Imagine loving someone so deeply, you accept her baggage, her broken past, and even raise her kids as your own, only for her to betray you over and over again. Well, I did everything right, until the day I finally snapped and helped the one man she feared most take everything from her. If you've ever given your all to someone who only gave you lies in return, this story will hit deep. Stick around, because the revenge I served wasn't loud, but it was permanent. Let me start by telling you something I never thought I'd admit. I was a fool for love. I was 35, tired of empty dating, and ready to commit. I told myself this time would be different. I wasn't going to run when things got hard. I wanted to build something real, deep, lasting, something worth fighting for. And then I met her. She was beautiful, broken, and carried two little boys, 4 and 6 years old, like life had already tried to crush her. But somehow, she still smiled. Her kids had never had a real home, no stability, bouncing between relatives and chaos. I saw that and thought, I could change that. I could be that stable rock for all of them. 3 months in, I found out she was entertaining over 10 guys on Snapchat. 10. The floor fell from beneath me. But I told myself, people make mistakes. Maybe she didn't know what real love looked like. I sat her down, heart pounding, and told her, if we're serious, I need your loyalty. I need to be able to trust you. She cried, swore up and down she'd change, that I was different, that she'd never had someone like me. So I made the biggest leap of my life. I asked her to move in, her and the kids. I didn't just open my home, I opened my heart. I built bunk beds. I made late-night mac and cheese for crying toddlers. I took days off work to attend school plays and clean up puke when they were sick. I kissed boo-boos and read bedtime stories. They were my family. But then, it happened again. Another lie. Another broken promise. Another moment I caught her entertaining other men. I should have left. My friends begged me to. But I stayed. Because of the boys. Because of this dream I had of fixing a broken family and making it whole again. Then came the drinking. She'd go out, come home drunk, stumble in at 3 a.m. The boys would wake up crying. I'd tuck them back in, tell them everything was okay, even when I knew it wasn't. I started to see a pattern. It wasn't just cheating, it was self-destruction, and we were all getting pulled into it. Still, I stayed. She told me horror stories about the kid's father, called him a monster, said he'd been locked away for multiple DUIs, that he was dangerous, that he'd never been there. She begged me to help keep him away from the kids, and I believed her. I promised her I would. But then, one night I saw a message thread. She'd been texting him behind my back, not to protect the kids, but to stir things up. And when I looked up his Facebook, my heart stopped. Picture after picture. Him and the boys. Smiling, laughing. Memories I'd never seen or heard about. She'd lied again. He might not be perfect, but he clearly wanted to be part of their lives. I began to wonder, what else had she lied about? And then came the final blow. I took a high-paying job in Colorado, just temporary. I told her it was for us, for our future. She said she'd hold down the fort. When I came home early to surprise her, the house felt off. I found out later, she'd invited her ex over, into my home. Said she just wanted to see if there was still a spark. 3 years apart, and she still wanted to test the waters, with a man who'd vanished from their lives. That was the last straw. I stood there, staring at the family photo we took on the boys' first day of school. My hands shook, not from sadness, but rage. A slow, boiling rage that finally reached the surface after swallowing betrayal after betrayal. I walked out. I left. But I wasn't done. I did something I never thought I'd do. I called their father. I told him the truth. Not the version she wanted everyone to believe, but the reality. Her drinking, the neglect, the way she left the kids in dangerous situations, the lies. And then I listened. He wasn't perfect, not even close, but he cared. He tried. He wanted to be in their lives, and he wasn't the monster she painted him to be. So I made my decision. If she could rip my family away, then I'd help someone who might actually try to give those boys a better shot. Next week, I'll be sitting directly behind their father in the courtroom, and I'll be testifying. I've documented her drinking, screenshots, photos, texts, dates, and times. I've logged every instance of reckless behavior, every time she disappeared for hours while the kids were alone. And I'll be there when the court hears it all. When the gavel drops, she won't just lose custody. She'll lose the only thing she claimed to love, because she never deserved them in the first place. Sometimes revenge isn't loud. Sometimes it's not about getting even. It's about making sure the people you love are actually safe. And sometimes the only way to win is to walk away and then watch as the truth burns everything they built on lies. If this story struck a nerve, hit that like button. Tell us in the comments, have you ever loved someone who only gave you betrayal in return? And don't forget to subscribe for more deeply satisfying tales of justice served cold.